The world is watching the Netherlands. A decision in The Hague has sent shockwaves through the global technology landscape. The Dutch government has reversed its stance on Nexperia, a critical semiconductor company. This move is more than a corporate dispute. It's a geopolitical earthquake. The Netherlands, long known for open trade, has drawn a line in the sand. Blocking Chinese ownership of a key tech asset signals a monumental shift. Even the most trade-friendly nations are rethinking their positions amid superpower rivalry. National security now trumps economic liberalism in the digital age. This decision directly challenges China's tech ambitions and aligns the Netherlands with the US strategy to contain China in semiconductors. For years, analysts warned of a tech Cold War. This is one of its most significant opening salvos. European nations are now willing to take costly action to protect technological sovereignty. The stories about global supply chains, alliances, and the race for AI dominance. AI runs on advanced semiconductors. The nation controlling these chips holds a major advantage. The Dutch move is a calculated intervention in a high-stakes global chess game. The pieces are silicon wafers. The prize is technological dominance for decades to come. The world has taken notice of this bold strategic pivot. What is Nexperia, and why is it a geopolitical flashpoint? Nexperia, based in Nijmegen, is a major player in semiconductors, producing essential components like diodes and transistors. These aren't the flashiest chips, but they're the backbone of everything from cars to smartphones. Nexperia's products are fundamental to the modern digital economy. The controversy? Nexperia is owned by China's WingTech technology. This has raised red flags in the West. Control over a European chipmaker gives Beijing leverage over critical supply chains. Fears of technology transfer and military applications have only grown. The automotive industry, in particular, relies heavily on Nexperia's chips. Governments now realize that control over these workhorse chips is as vital as the most advanced processors. Nexperia, once seen as a Dutch success story, is now a symbol of the global struggle over technology and security. Its Chinese ownership has become an unavoidable liability in a new era of strategic competition. The Dutch government's reversal was dramatic. For years, the Netherlands welcomed foreign investment, including Chinese acquisitions. But the geopolitical climate shifted. US pressure mounted, warning of security risks in tech sectors. A new security assessment, influenced by Allied intelligence, highlighted the risks of China's military-civil fusion strategy. Even seemingly benign tech could be diverted for military use. The Dutch could no longer ignore the possibility that Nexperia's assets might aid China's military ambitions. This marks the end of an era of optimistic engagement with China. The government now prioritizes long-term security over short-term economic gain. The Netherlands is signaling to the world and its allies that it's ready to make tough choices to protect Western technology. This is a fundamental realignment of national strategy. Semiconductors are the brains of every digital device and the engine of the global economy. They're the hardware that powers artificial intelligence. The country that leads in chip design and manufacturing will lead in AI, and thus in economic and military power. Experts call semiconductors the new oil. Access to advanced chips is now a matter of national security. The global race is about having the best chips, smaller, faster, more powerful. Even a few years' lead in chip tech can mean a decisive advantage in AI-driven military and economic applications. The Nexperia case shows that controlling the entire chip ecosystem, not just the most advanced chips, is crucial. The battle for semiconductor supremacy is being fought on all fronts. The Netherlands faced immense pressure from both the US and China. Washington pushed allies to join its tech blockade against Beijing, arguing that China's rise threatens democratic security. The Netherlands, home to both Nexperia and ASML, is central to the semiconductor ecosystem. The US successfully pressured the Dutch to restrict ASML's sales to China. The Nexperia decision continues this trend, aligning with the US to slow China's progress. China, meanwhile, warned that blocking investment would harm the Dutch economy and could trigger retaliation. The Dutch were caught between risking economic blowback from China or damaging their security alliance with the US. Ultimately, the Netherlands prioritized its transatlantic security relationship. This choice reflects a broader European trend. Security now outweighs economic ties with China. The decision signals a shift toward Western alignment in the tech Cold War. The Dutch move is a clear message to both superpowers. Europe is no longer neutral in the global tech race. The stakes have never been higher. The Nexperia saga is one battle in a global tech conflict between the US, China, and the EU. The US is reshoring chip manufacturing, pouring billions into domestic production, and imposing export controls to cripple China's chip ambitions. China is racing for self-sufficiency, investing heavily to build its own chip industry and reduce reliance on the West. Acquiring foreign firms like Nexperia was part of China's fast-track strategy. The EU, wary of both US and Chinese dominance, is pushing for strategic autonomy through its own Chips Act. Europe aims to double its share of the global chip market by 2030. The Nexperia decision is a sign of new European assertiveness. The result: global tech supply chains are fragmenting as countries pick sides. The era of a borderless tech industry is over. We're entering a world of technological blocks, each vying for digital supremacy. The US pushes for allied alignment, China pushes back, and the EU carves its own path. This fragmentation is costly but seen as necessary for security. The global chip race is now a three-way contest. The stakes: control over the digital future. Experts see the Dutch move as a pivotal moment. Dr. Evelyn Reed of CSES says the Netherlands' reversal sends a powerful signal. Security now trumps investment, even in trade-oriented nations. Economically, the fallout is complex. Protecting tech assets may cause short-term pain, especially for Europe's manufacturing base. Blocking Nexperia's integration could disrupt supply chains and raise costs for car makers and industrial firms. But security experts are clear. China's military-civil fusion means any tech transfer could aid its military. The line between Chinese companies and the state is blurry. Allowing full Chinese control of Nexperia would have been a grave strategic error. Data shows rising cyber espionage targeting European tech firms, especially in semiconductors and AI. The Dutch decision is based on real patterns, not abstract fears. While economic consequences must be managed, the security risks of inaction were too high. The Nexperia reversal is a preemptive defense in a new kind of tech war. The West is drawing a line to protect its technological future. The Dutch decision has immediate effects on the global semiconductor market. Chinese firms now face major roadblocks acquiring European tech companies. Europe is closing its doors to Chinese acquisitions in sensitive sectors, forcing China to rely on slower domestic development. Chinese investment in European tech startups has plummeted, and the Nexperia decision will accelerate this trend. For Western chip makers, the move reduces the threat of Chinese takeovers but could trigger retaliation from Beijing. Companies like Qualcomm and NXP may face new hurdles in China. Nexperia itself is now in limbo, still Chinese-owned, but unable to fully integrate or expand. Some analysts predict WingTech may be forced to divest, opening the door for a Western buyer. The fate of Nexperia will be a key test of this new era of tech nationalism. The industry is bracing for more volatility and political intervention. The Nexperia reversal is more than a policy shift, it's a declaration. The Netherlands has chosen its side, likely emboldening other European nations to follow. A unified Western bloc is emerging to counter Chinese tech expansion. The global tech race will only intensify. China will double down on building a self-reliant chip industry. The world is splitting into two competing tech ecosystems, one led by the US and allies, the other by China. The ultimate prize is leadership in artificial intelligence. The struggle over companies like Nexperia is a proxy war for the future of AI. Restricting China's access to semiconductor tech is a high-stakes gamble. The decision in The Hague marks a turning point. De-risking is now reality. In the age of AI, technological interdependence with a rival is no longer viable. The global game for chip and AI supremacy has changed forever. The fight to control the future will be built on silicon, and it's only just begun.